Imagine a vast desert, endless sands stretch far, the sun beats down with force, yet here a miracle once stood. An ancient city, proud and strong. This was Palmyra, the bride of the desert. It rose from the dusty plains, a testament to human will, a beacon of civilization. Palmyra's location was truly special. It was an oasis, a green jewel found in the heart of Syria. It formed a vital bridge, a link between great empires. East met west in its streets. Persia and Rome converged here. Ideas and goods flowed freely. This city thrived on connection. Its position was its strength. Even in ruins, its majesty remains. Tall columns reach for the sky. Grand arches stand against time. The story of Palmyra begins humbly. Long ago, it was a small settlement, perhaps just a watering hole. Nomadic tribes knew this oasis. They paused here on their journeys. The desert provided little comfort, but Palmyra offered precious water. This simple gift was its foundation. From these beginnings, greatness grew. Slowly, a town began to form. Trade was the lifeblood of Palmyra. It learned to harness the desert routes. Caravans traveled vast distances. They carried silks from the east, spices and incense too. They sought markets in the west. Palmyra stood at this vital crossroads. It offered safety and supplies. Its people grew skilled in commerce. Wealth began to flow into the city. The mighty Roman Empire saw potential. Palmyra became part of its world. This brought new opportunities. The Great Colonnade is Palmyra's spine, a magnificent street, straight and long. It stretched for over a kilometer. Imagine walking its length. Towering columns lined the way. Hundreds of them stood tall. Corinthian capitals crowned each one. Intricate carvings adorned them. This was the city's main artery, a showcase of its wealth and order. These columns were feats of engineering, carved from local golden stone. They seemed to glow in the sunlight. Each one was a work of art. Some supported a grand archway. The Triumphal Arch of Palmyra. It marked a bend in the street, a truly majestic entrance. Life bustled along this grand avenue. Merchants displayed their precious wares. Shops and stalls lined its sides. People from all walks of life met here. Palmyra was a deeply spiritual place. Its people worshipped many gods. A rich tapestry of beliefs. Semitic deities were honored. Mesopotamian gods had a place. Greek and Roman influences blended in. This diversity was reflected in its temples, magnificent structures built for worship. They stood as beacons of faith, connecting the earthly and the divine. The Temple of Bel was the grandest, dedicated to the chief god, Bel. He was a Mesopotamian deity, equated with the Greek Zeus. The temple complex was enormous. A vast courtyard surrounded it. The central shrine was richly decorated. Its stone carvings were exquisite. It was a marvel of ancient architecture, a place of pilgrimage and awe. People came from far to see it. Another important sanctuary was Baal-Shamin's temple, dedicated to the Canaanite sky god, the lord of storms and fertility. This temple was smaller than Bel's, but it was perfectly proportioned. Section 5, Palaces of Splendor, Homes of the Elite. Beyond the public monuments, Palmyra had another side, the private world of its wealthiest citizens. These were the merchants, officials and nobles. They lived in grand residences, often called desert palaces. These homes reflected their status and the immense riches of the city. They were designed for comfort and display, hidden behind high walls sometimes, but splendid within their confines. The architecture of these palaces was impressive. They often featured spacious courtyards which were cool, shaded retreats. Fountains might have played gently. Rooms were arranged around these courts. Some were lavishly decorated with colorful frescoes on the walls depicting mythological scenes or daily life. Mosaic floors added to the beauty, showing intricate patterns and images. These were homes built to impress. These palaces were clear symbols. They showed the power of their owners and the prosperity of Palmyra itself. The size of the house mattered, and the richness of its decoration too. Imported goods filled these homes, luxurious fabrics, fine pottery, artworks. Entertaining guests was important. Lavish banquets would be held, showcasing the host's wealth and taste. Section 6, Echoes of Zenobia, Legends of a Proud Queen. Palmyra's most famous child is Queen Zenobia, a figure of strength and legend. She ruled in the 3rd century AD, a time of turmoil for Rome. Zenobia was said to be beautiful and fiercely intelligent too. She was a scholar and a warrior, fluent in several languages. Her ambition was boundless. She dreamed of an Eastern empire with Palmyra at its very center. Zenobia challenged the might of Rome. She expanded Palmyra's territory, conquering Egypt and much of Anatolia. She declared her son emperor and herself Augusta or empress. This was a bold and daring move. For a time, her vision seemed possible. Palmyra stood as a rival to Rome. Its armies were victorious. Zenobia commanded immense respect and fear among her enemies. Legends surround Zenobia's reign. Stories of her courage in battle, her wisdom in council, her patronage of arts and learning. But her defiance could not last. The Roman Emperor Aurelian marched east, determined to crush this rebellion. Fierce battles were fought. Ultimately, Palmyra was defeated. Section 7. A tapestry of trade. Palmyra, the global link. Palmyra's fortune was built on its location. It was a vital hub for trade, positioned on key caravan routes. These routes were ancient highways, connecting the Mediterranean world with Persia, India, and even China. The famed Silk Road passed nearby. Palmyra expertly tapped into this flow. It became an indispensable stop for merchants traveling east or west. This was the secret to its success. Imagine the goods that passed through: precious silks from distant China, a luxury craved by the Romans, spices from India and Arabia, perfumes, incense, and rare woods, ivory from Africa, glassware from Syria, precious metals and gemstones too. Palmyra's merchants grew incredibly wealthy. They organized and protected the caravans. They levied taxes on the goods, and this trade fueled the city's growth and its stunning architectural projects. This constant flow of people and goods made Palmyra a true melting pot. Cultures from across the known world met here. Greek and Roman influences were strong, seen in art and architecture. Persian styles also left their mark. Local Semitic traditions remained vibrant. This blend created a unique Palmyrene identity. Its language, Aramaic, was widely spoken. Section 8, A Treasure for Humanity, UNESCO World Heritage. Palmyra is not just Syria's treasure, it belongs to all of humanity. In 1980 it was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This status highlights its immense value, its outstanding universal importance. The ruins speak of a unique culture, a fusion of Greco-Roman and Persian influences with its own indigenous traditions. It is a place of exceptional history, a story etched in desert stone. The criteria for its inscription are clear. Palmyra represents a masterpiece of human creative genius. Its art and architecture are stunning. It bears exceptional testimony to a civilization that has disappeared. The Palmyrene Empire, though brief, played a crucial role in its time. The site is directly associated with events and figures of universal significance, like the legendary Queen Zenobia. These are powerful reasons for its status. Tragically, this precious site has suffered. In recent years, conflict has brought devastation. Key monuments have been deliberately destroyed. The Temple of Bel, a profound loss. The Temple of Baal-Shamin, also ruined. The Triumphal Arch reduced to rubble. Section 9, Our Duty to Remember, Preserving Palmyra's Soul. Why do places like Palmyra matter so much? They are windows into our collective past. They teach us about human ingenuity, about the rise and fall of civilizations, about the enduring quest for beauty and the complexities of our history. They connect us to those who lived long ago, their hopes, their beliefs, their struggles. Palmyra's story is part of our story, a thread in the rich tapestry of humanity. Preserving such heritage is a shared duty. It requires a global commitment. International organizations like UNESCO play a vital role, but governments and individuals must also act. Supporting conservation efforts is crucial. Raising awareness about these treasures, educating new generations about their value, we must work together to protect these sites from conflict, neglect, and time itself. It is a responsibility we cannot ignore. Even if we cannot visit in person, we can still explore and learn. Modern technology offers new ways. Virtual tours allow us to wander through Palmyra's colonnaded streets. Digital reconstructions show its former glory. Books and documentaries tell its stories. We can support museums and institutions that work to research and preserve.